Welcome. This is Kim Rippere with Craftisan Studios. Today I'm going to use some Canvas Core brands crafting supplies and make paper cloth. What we're going to do is use this muslin, which is already put together as a cover. And what I have done in the areas that fold over is I've just cut a piece of acetate, you know, some scrap plastic basically that will fit into them so that these won't get glued together. And then my other supplies are some tissue paper from Canvas Core brands, some just regular white tissue paper that's, you know, been used as gift wrapped, and some that's still folded up but all crinkly. This is my my Mod Podge, and then this is Elizabeth silk microfine glitter, and I'm going to use 3 glimmer mists. This is Cranberry Zing, Vintage Pink, and Penny. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go away, and on the outside of this I'm going to completely cover it in Mod Podge, and that's boring, so I don't think you really want to watch me do that. I'll be back. That really didn't take that long. It took maybe 2 minutes, but I wasn't sure. So I'm just covering a couple spots that look like they didn't get it quite as good as some others. And I'm not, you could do this on wax paper or something like that, you know, for easier cleanup. I'm not, because I've got this craft mat, and so it's fairly easy cleanup anyway. So all you need to do is, you know, cut up or tear up the paper, actually. And I'm not worrying about getting it to the edge, or I'm not worrying about making sure it's flat, or any of those kind of things. I'm just, and this is my first time, so I'm just playing and doing what seems like a good idea. I watched a whole bunch of videos, so I'm not completely winging it, but there's a lot of winging it here too. You know, you can only watch so many videos before you actually do it. So this is, you know, just Mod Podge, and the crinkles are going to end up, you know, giving it some more texture and interest, and that's what I'm after. So I don't really want to lay it perfectly flat. And what this is going to end up making, you know, a paper on the outside that is also flexible. So this, okay, that layer is mostly done, and so what I'm going to do is, you know, I want to put another layer of tissue on, so I'm just putting more Mod Podge down. Make sure this all stays glued together. Now this one is this really beautiful French writing. So I'm going to be a little more careful with this one. And getting it flat. Because I want all the texture from underneath to show through on this one too. Covering up a little bit of this edge right here. And I'm going to cover this down there. And so what I'm trying to do when I do that is, you know, make sure that the words are still going the same way, then it won't be so obvious. And it will look more intentional. I'm going to cover this whole thing in Mod Podge again. And there's no right or wrong or system to this as far as I can tell. You just keep layering up the tissue paper and the Mod Podge over the muslin so that it all, you know, gets glued together basically. And then what I want to do is this the best piece of paper? Yes. I want to make this square-ish, but not, you know, perfect. And use this. That's a little more perfect than I wanted it to be. There. And put this down in the middle, kind of like a binding, so that at least the middle binding looks a little different. And then I'm going to spray a little bit. So this is the penny. And then let's go with the vintage pink. This is lighter. And then finally the cranberry zing. This is one of my favorites. I'm going to do a little more penny, I think. I like that. Wonder if I can get any of this to really show up over here. There. And last but not least, I'm going to use the microfine glitter, and this is antique gold. So I'm just taking a little tiny bit. So what needs to happen now is it needs to dry. And some people have said 24 hours. I don't know. We'll find out.